Okay.
Go to brand and click the logo. Give it a scroll. No, scroll. Right up. I'll do the welcome. No, welcome. Yeah.
Can you hear that picture?
No, because I can't see video yet for some reason. I have to refresh. Here we go. Hi, Ruthie. How are you?
It actually looks interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like, why does mine look so big?
Lighting probably.
No, big, the screen. Oh, it has a small resolution.
I didn't click, no, not a smaller resolution. I didn't click into it. So I can see the comments, yeah.
So where did you get it? Like,
I just went to the page, and then I scrolled down to the comments, and
oh, so you have it like this?
yeah, I have it like that.
Okay. At this point, it's a bit like. All right, so ready?
Come join us.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready. All of a sudden, my computer went really slow.
Oh no.
This is not cool.
Are we okay?
I don't know. Something just happened. Not good at all. Oh, what in the world is happening? It's the Twilight Zone. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. I'm back up on the thing. Okay, now I'm back in. Yay.
All right.
All right, guys.
Thank you for
joining us. Yes.
Hey.
Yes. Hey.
Hey.
Welcome to tonight's show. Back to back marriage soapbox.
Yes.
You
I'm
are.
Sergio Miranda.
And I'm Stephanie. Yeah.
How are you?
So, really? Am I? I don't know. Today? I don't know about today, if I am or not. No, I am. I promise I am. Don't adjust your screens. We decided to come to the living room today. Ah! Okay. No, we do not have 50 rooms. I wish we did, because we would have chose another one to do this in. But anyway, it is what it is. We're shooting from our house. You've said this before. We've shot from our living room. No, not from our living room. From our kitchen, and most of the times we're in our spare room. But our spare room's got multiple issues. It's got a bed in it now, so it's kind of hard to shoot from there. So we decided to come to the living room. Okay, anyway. So, just let you know, because sometimes you're like, wait a minute, something's different. What is it? Yes, our backdrop is different. This is real stuff. This is real stuff, and anybody who's been to our house knows this is real stuff. Okay, so anyway, whatchamacallit? First off, we got some roll call here. We know that Michelle's watching. Yay! And wow, you had to put the back feet up on there. Okay. And then, of course, we already said hello to Ruthie. And let's see. Oh, there's 5 people watching us. I wonder what 5 people those are. I have no idea. Well, if you're watching us live, please hit where you're coming from, what you're doing. Pillow talk. That's an interesting topic, ain't it?
So tonight we're going to talk about pillow talk. So,
right.
Just touch base on things that we often, deal with and have to talk about.
Do we deal with it often? See, problems.
No, but let me just get it out there.
Okay,
so
he's gonna get it.
We're just gonna. Pillow talk is time where you spend, obviously, on the bed, talking about things that you normally don't get to talk during your normal, days, and talking about, issues that you may have. But this is times where you reflect on things that you may want to do, dreams that you may have or not, and stuff like that, and how to deal and how your spouse or partner may feel about things that they're dealing with. So,
hey, Pablo.
I think it's very important. So, go ahead.
Okay, so yes, tonight, as we mentioned, tonight's topic is pillow talk. And what are we talking about? Okay, so anyway, what is pillow talk, right?
Yeah.
Everybody hears about it. Everybody thinks we know what it is, and yeah, you're mostly right. Don't mind me. I've got some tea in here. So okay, pillow talk. What is it? It is an intimate conversation that usually occurs in the bed, or cuddling, which could take place on the sofa, or in some comfy chairs like this. Like we could pillow talk right here if we wanted to, but primarily it is associated with being in the bed with your spouse and just talking, right?
Yeah.
So, like, when do you do it? Well, you could do it in the morning when you wake up, but nobody wants to deal with funky bad breath. Let's be real. All of us got some funky bad breath in the morning. Don't nobody want to deal with that.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe not so much. Okay. 90 fiance pillows. Wow. Okay, Paolo. So anyway, so you can do it in the morning if you're a morning person. A lot of us may not be. You mainly do it in the evening, just about when you're going to sleep. You have that time where you've taken your clothes off and put on your pajamas, and you've taken showers already and everything, or not. And, you turn off the light, or you got night light on, or whatever it is that makes you go to sleep. And then you just, you're lying next to each other and you're not quite asleep yet. So what do? Aside from, for most people, the obvious. That's that time. But, maybe you're not that kind of person who has every single night. So there's a night when you're actually talking. But so basically everybody's laughing. So basically what it is if you're not doing it in the morning in bed and you're pillow talking, you can do it in the night just before you go to sleep. And these are conversations that are pretty much most of the time personal, or at least they should be personal. The other thing is that it's not just a personal thing, but it's also an emotional time. It's an intimate time. You're supposed to be like what we've seen in the movies, you're supposed to like be whispering sweet nothings into each other's ears, which leads to the other time that you pillow talk right before or after Chicago's over. For most of the people in the world, that's a 20-minute wait. Unless you're like one of those miraculous people who are like, 4 hours later. But anyway, dude, didn't we have one of those 4-hour ordeals? Hey, look, I think we've experienced one thing at least throughout all our years of marriage. So when we first got together, I think we've had a couple of hours. But I remember we had one 4-hour. We were like, okay, that's it.
That's enough.
Did I say this was rated R? Because I wasn't trying to go there. But anyway.
You went right over
I went
there.
right over it. Well, it says before and after. So.
Before and after, yeah.
But there are some people who don't do the after. It's like, pop 200 on the table and you goodbye.
Wow.
I tell him that.
Yeah.
But anyway. So, okay, so Ruthie said she's out. Ruthie, you're so bad. Anyway. Oh, you're gonna like it, so you can't leave yet. You can't leave because you're gonna listen. Watch. Okay, so who knew, right?
Yeah,
Except for the pastors who don't tell anybody in
They
church.
don't always talk about
They
this
don't
stuff.
talk about this one.
In church. So.
Right. See, me and my sister one night, Ruthie, and she can probably put it on there.
Yeah, she probably will.
We were trying to do Bible study, and one day we read the Book of Solomon. The Song of Solomon. Let me tell you, I never knew that the Bible had a rated R section. A rated R section. Ruthie, do you remember? Hopefully she didn't sign out on me.
No.
Oh, maybe she did. Okay, so whatchamacallit? Yeah, we were reading the Book of Solomon, and mind you, it was me and her were laughing hysterically because there were so many innuendos that we were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Where was this? And how come we ain't ever read the Bible this part in church? They don't ever break down the Song of Solomon in church.
Right.
It's everything else but that. So, when you have a marriage group, right? You gotta tell them to go to the Song of Solomon book because there's just so much stuff in there. Anyway, I'm getting off the topic. Okay, so this book, the reason why I mention it is because it exudes everything that you would do with regards to pillow talk, right? Mm-hmm. Solomon speaks clearly about his bride and all the things that she is to him. Mm-hmm. And just to give you an example, okay? I'm going to open my Bible, which most people don't do anymore because everything's on an app.
On your phone. Where's our app?
It's on an app. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, so listen to her, right? Right off the bat, second verse in Solomon's chapter 1 says, "Let him kiss me with kisses of his mouth." Okay. For your love is better than wine. What was she drinking? Because the fragrance of your good ointments, your name is ointment poured forth. Therefore the virgins love you. Draw me away. What?
This is in the Bible.
What?
This is in the Bible, so.
And then she goes on to say, "I am dark but lovely." Yeah. So now you know where that shampoo thing came from. Dark and lovely shampoo.
That's
okay.
On verse 5.
Right, verse 5. Like the tents of Kedar, like the curtains of Solomon. Do not look upon me because I am dark, because the sun has tanned me. I mean, tell me, this is verse 7. Tell me, O you whom I love, where you feed your flock, where you make it rest at noon. For why should I be as one who veils herself by the flocks of your companions? I mean,
Mhm.
It goes on, and then I believe here's some more. Rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. For lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone, the flowers appear on the earth. The time of singing has come, and the
What verse are
voice.
you in?
Sorry, my bad. 10. Well, I'm now gonna read half the rest of 12. The voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land.
What?
That's 13.
Did you change chapter?
2, yes, I'm sorry, 2.
Okay.
I'm
You have
sorry.
viewers who are maybe trying to follow you.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to
So you
look.
flipped over to 2.
I
10.
did. Okay, so then, oh, here's another one.
Okay, where?
Chapter 4.
Oh, 4. Now we're going to 4, guys. We're going to 4. She went 1, 2, 4. Skip 3 altogether.
Well, because there was nothing really stimulating in 3.
Okay, so now
No.
it's just, I mean, it's not a big,
I'm
it's not a big book of.
gonna get you. There's also all kinds of verses, but chapter 4 says, "Behold, you are fair, my love. Behold, you are fair. You have dove's eyes behind your veil. Your hair is like a flock of goats going down from Mount Gilead. Your teeth are like a flock of shorn sheep, which have come up from the washing, every one of which bears twins,
Right.
and none is barren among them. Your lips are like a strand of scarlet, and your mouth is lovely.
Right.
Your temples behind your veil are like pieces of pomegranate, and your neck is like, well, I wouldn't go with the Tower of David because that's like, woo.
But
But
they're trying to keep it clean.
Right.
With their wording, so.
So I'm just
I
trying
like number
to
5.
Really? Bro, if you guys read chapter 4 verse 5, you know what? Why don't you read that?
I'm not gonna
Why
read it.
don't you read it? Because you went there.
I'm not gonna read
Yeah.
that.
See, you know what? You ain't right. You're not right. You're not right. But anyway.
Anyway.
But there's other parts where
They
she's
can
talking
read it.
about. There's parts where
Number
she's
6
talking
is
about.
until the day breaks, until the shadow.
Yeah. Or here, you have ravished. Verse 9. You have ravished my heart, my sister, my spouse. You have ravished my heart with one look of your eyes, with one link of your necklace. How fair is your love, my sister, my spouse. How much better than wine is your love. I mean, there's other parts where she's talking about she's dripping in myrrh and
your lips,
frankincense.
oh, my spouse, dripping honeycomb.
Yeah.
Honey and milk are on your tongue.
Right. So
yeah,
there's just like,
a lot
I
of
mean,
stuff there. So,
dude, if you needed to be a playboy amongst the girls, read the Book of Solomon because, ouch. Okay, so anyway, he speaks about his bride, and she talks about him visually and how aromatically he's stimulating to her, and so there's an emotional involvement, an emotional level here in this book, and so it helps you to understand their deep intimacy towards each other, not physical, just the verbiage alone. We don't speak like that today, but how is it that we need to remind ourselves that we should? Right. This is what pillow talk should be. Right. This is what you should be getting into. Trying to reconnect what got you involved in the first place. Right? Yeah. So, it's funny because, like you mentioned before, there are things that we do in our normal day that we tend to forget to do that part, So you're going to work, or you're going to school, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. Come the night, you go to bed, you wake up the morning the next day, boom, same routine over and over again.
That gets boring.
It does get boring.
That's dry.
Right, it gets boring and it gets dry. And we spoke about that in another series. But with this is why pillow talk is so important. This is at the height of God's wellness for our relationship.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that becomes a distraction. Like, you're on your phone, you're listening to stuff, you're watching movies, you're playing games,
Mhm.
and then this is in the back burner somewhere where, you know, your relationship with your spouse should be priority number one. All this high tech stuff we can always put away, and just put it away for a day.
Right. Don't
You know?
don't be trying
Don't
to
bring
pillow
it
talk
into your
with the phone.
bedroom and get intimate with your spouse and talk about those things that are important to you guys.
Right.
You know,
Right.
what the future holds. What are your goals? What are you planning to do about certain things that are a challenge? And together as well, you know,
Mhm.
spending more time together.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
hmm And so, you know, with that, so try to be mindful about pillow talk. Try and do it tonight before you go to bed. Or, you know, if you don't want to, you know, throw that on somebody because you haven't done it, try doing it tomorrow. Where, you know, be like, hey, before we go to bed tonight or before we go to sleep, let's chit chat a little bit, you know, and then just start getting into the groove of things, because what it does is it affirms. One of the love languages is affirmation, so it affirms your love for each other. It in it encourages security in the relationship, because when you remember it, or that you're mindful that your spouse is in love with you, they're letting you know at that time of pillow talk. Because see, we've said I love you during the day lots of times, but you don't see us like, hi, I just love you because you're so good. Like we're not doing that, right?
Right.
But in the bed or in the morning, you know, and you could try it in the morning too. That's usually when, you know, you can do that. We've done our pillow talk usually before, but I know, TMI, right? But this is an adult show, and you know we are talking marriage. So yes, Sergio and I initiate the pillow talk. He's like, yeah. But anyway, before that is when before our time together is when I usually initiate, or we will initiate pillow talk. And you know, it's just times we don't get a chance to do it, and we're not considerate of it, because it's really an important element that you should have in your marriage.
Right.
It should not be without. So even when you're cuddling on the sofa, okay, you know, maybe your boyfriend and girlfriend and you ain't married yet, and so you ain't got no bed to be sharing, but you spend time with each other, right? So staying if you're watching a movie or something, or you're about to take a few minutes before you watch the movie, or maybe after the movie, and you just like want to sit there and talk with each other and just cuddle and take that time to pillow talk. Probably be called sofa talk, but pillow talk sounds way better. So think about Solomon, think about him and his bride, how they spoke about each other so lovingly, so affectionately, so desirably.
Read the book together.
Yeah, dude, read the book
Read
together.
chapter 1,
You're like,
and
oh my God.
Read chapter 1, see what happens, and then the next day read chapter 2. And
right. Get some training in there, right?
Let's see after when you finish all 5. What is it, 6?
I think so.
6, right?
I think so.
Maybe there's 6 for a reason, because maybe something might happen.
I'm getting a little hot.
It might happen on the 7th day. Something may happen on the 7th day.
Hey, breakthrough. Literally. No, we stop.
Hey,
Okay.
you never know, right? So.
But now, in talking about pillow talk, right?
Mhm.
Should there be boundaries on things you should not talk about?
Well, it depends where you're going with it.
Right. Well, I would say.
So just be mindful, because it depends what you're trying to.
Right, because the goal is not to get into an argument.
Right.
You don't want to end up in an argument. That's not where you're trying to go.
Right.
So there are things that I would say to lay off of, like anything associated with the house, anything associated with work. This is not the time to really get into that, because the other person is not with you at work, so they may not have a priority with work stuff.
They might not have their best interest in that conversation.
And then finances.
Finances. Don't
No,
do
no. I
finances.
suggest not.
To
Do not talk about finances at pillow time because no.
That's
that-
a big
I mean,
thing.
unless
No,
you're
no.
handing over some money, then that might be another story. But when it comes to paying bills, nah, don't nobody want to hear that at pillow talk. Other issues, something I would allow, and that's because, like, for instance, with me, I have some health issues. So, yeah, I might say some pillow talk with that out of concern because then what I'm looking for is empathy. What I'm looking for is, my husband to be compassionate about what I'm feeling and what I'm going through health wise. And
Right.
same thing with them. They may be going through something and it may be painful and hurtful. And, they may talk to you like, hey, babe, my body's really aching, I'm hurting. And, and it's that time to like, what? I tuck my wife to sleep. Papa says. Wow. If that wouldn't happen,
You're talking
that would be no movie because I can talk a lot.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's
So-
good.
Well,
There you go.
But so I wouldn't talk about all those things. However, yeah, vision. If you have a vision for something, if you have a health thing, planning to some degree, but mainly keep it about each other, babe. If I haven't told you, your eyes I get lost in your eyes sometimes or something like that. I mean, I know it sounds corny, but the more you do it, the better it'll be. It'll just flow off and, you might find out that you actually kind of like it.
Yeah, true. Hi.
Okay. So with that being said, pillow talk is really good. It's a moment of deep, intimate, affectionate, between the two of you
Yeah.
talk.
Mhm.
And, try and have that be each other's encouragement,
But also make sure you allow the other person to talk. Don't make it a one-sided thing.
what?
No.
Am
I'm
I
answering Pablo. So
Oh,
if she falls asleep, I don't know if he was joking. Give her some coffee before you start.
Wow. He's like, dang, that would bring baby number 5.
Hey, whatever works.
No, that's not nice. Put it away, Pablo. Put
Whatever works for you.
it away. Think of hot dogs and hamburgers,
No, not.
cookies and ice cream.
Moving on. Next.
Okay. So he's laughing. So anyway, one example is
Mm-mm.
what? What are you about?
Example what?
No, we've done a lot of pillow. We used to do a lot of pillow talk earlier.
What example
In our
what?
marriage.
What you talking
No,
about?
when we before we had Alyssa, I specifically remember our
yeah.
pillow talk about how we wanted Alyssa to look.
Yeah.
And we just basically looked at each other into each other's eyes, and we were like, I want the baby to have, like, when I found out I was pregnant with her, we sat there and discussed like what we wanted her to look like if she was a girl, or what we wanted him to look like if he was a boy. And he was like, well, I want her to have your body, and I want her to have your lips. And I was like, I want her to have your brains in math, because obviously I'm not that great. And and his quick comebacks and stuff, and it's true, she does. She has his quick comebacks, and she is good in math.
Comes after me, man. It's
Yeah.
like I say something, she's like, oh, right in your face. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, she didn't fall far from that tree. But anyway, so, and then next thing we knew, when she was born, she was everything that we had talked about in that pillow talk. So, I mean, not to say that there's nothing about pillow talk, because there is. You can talk about things you know, you don't have to pray. You could pray afterward or before that. But basically, pillow talk is between you and your loved one, and just really trying to stay connected and grounded with each other, because this world throws so many loops and things in the way of marriage that you can sometimes get lost in that, and then you're not doing any of that in your relationship. And that's, you know, we often do it. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Grown folks worldwide is watching us.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, try to make sure that you don't end up in conversation to the point where you're fighting. You want to stay in that love mode. You know, you want to stay in that love mode. You want to turn out the lights.
Not all the time. Just.
Well, yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
You're not trying to set up for that.
No,
but
that's not the object.
Right.
Okay.
The object is to devote a few moments of your time in that pillow talk with your spouse and make it just about the two of you. How often do you do that as a couple?
Mm.
Some couples may, a lot of us
not.
Don't. Yeah, I think a lot of us don't.
A lot probably don't.
Mm-hmm.
I've been finding out here and there that a lot don't.
Yeah. Some of them probably even forgot what pillow talk is all
It's
about.
because they're so busy with their daily routines and kids and everything. So it's like, you know, when you go and you have kids, you have a family and everything, and then afterwards it's like you're empty nesters.
Yeah.
You know,
what do you do
in
then?
all those years,
It's all about the kids.
You've never had that. So now
what?
It's all about the kids,
Right.
and then now what? It's like
you got to rediscover each other all over again.
Yeah, what do we do now?
And then you
What
run
happened?
the risk of.
What happened? 20 years just flew by. What?
But you run the risk of, okay, who did I marry? Because we're not
yeah,
the same
now
people.
you don't know each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you went, instead of going together, you shifted apart.
You shifted apart, right?
I do my thing, you do your thing,
and like that's it. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's so
It's
pillow
important.
talk is important. It's an emotional, it's an intimate connection that you need to maintain throughout your relationship with your spouse, because you know, when all is said and done, at the end of the day, that's who you're looking at in the bed, or who you wake up with in the bed. This is it. Right. So, and especially if you decide to marry that person, for sure that's what you're going to be doing. But you know, like we said, if you're not married and you're, you know, you can cuddle on the sofa, you know, like after a movie or something, or whatever you're doing, and you know, you can talk about intimate talks then. But it's vital. It's vital. Look, it's in the word. Solomon's book is filled with pillow talk.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, that's saying that God is like, look, yes, you have your lives. Yes, you're doing stuff, but you two need to maintain that genuine connection that keeps you together, because affirmation is huge.
Right.
And it affirms your love. It affirms your relationship. It affirms your intimacy. Okay?
Right.
Because I don't ever think anybody's leaving their relationship because they have pillow talk. No, they may leave their relationship because they don't have pillow talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because there's no affirmation of love. There's no security of love. And when you're not secure in the person that you're loving, that, you know, you're not secure in them loving you, then what you're going to feel like, right? You're going to think, oh, well, they don't care about me. I mean, you and I have been through that, where we've done so many things everywhere else that we forgot about us.
Yeah. And
it's like, okay, you know, now what? We got to fix us. So it's been tough, but it's a good thing to have.
Right.
It's a really good thing to have. Okay.
All right. So that concludes our segment for Pillow Talk.
Pillow talk. Pillow talk.
Keep it real. It's important. Okay.
Yeah.
So just don't forget about it. Yeah, because you know you don't want to wind up shifting apart.
No, you don't want that shield.
Right. So we're gonna go into
La, 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 la,
Our
la.
lovable eats segment. Time of the show.
I gotta
where we
make a song about
enjoy
lovable
our-
eats.
Yeah. Let me do it.
Lovable eats.
Where
Not
is it?
myself.
Lovable eats, guys. Let's see
Lovable
what's for dinner
eats. What
tonight.
we're eating for lovable
Where
eats.
is it?
Woo,
This one?
lovable
That one?
eats. Yeah.
Here it is. Do you have a picture?
Yes. Go back to the other one. Back to the other one. Yes. Go
Oh,
back
there
to
it is. So, lovable eats.
Uh,
Loaded
Lovable eats.
breakfast casserole.
Lovable eats.
So before I click on it, we've been going to breakfast with her mom.
And a bunch of
They have
other
a
folks.
breakfast club, man.
Yes.
It's like 8, 10 of them get together from
Yeah.
the neighborhood. And
Yeah.
we've been going, and it's been fun.
And,
You
yeah,
get
and
to
my
talk-
mom lives in a 55 and older community, and oh my God, it's hysterical.
Yeah, everybody has fun, and we try different places, and you know,
Yeah, we're
we
always
enjoy
going-
some, we don't enjoy other, but whatever. It's like every other Saturday or every Saturday morning.
Right? Like we
go.
went to our last
Yeah.
place we went to was this place called Chica's Cuban
So
restaurant, I
that's
think, right?
today's recipe here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh my God, one moment it was good, and then the other rest it went downhill. So
Yeah.
anyway, today's lovable eats is not the right one.
Oh, well, you said click
Oh,
on the
you know
picture.
what?
You didn't
Yeah.
do it? Oh, my
No,
gosh.
I did do it. The thing is wrong. I don't know why it's not up there. It's supposed to be. It's down on here. I don't know why it's not showing. Hold on a second, guys. We have technical difficulties.
It wasn't me.
Whatever.
I didn't put this thing together. Throw you under the bus.
Who threw me under the bus?
Me.
Oh, wow, you would do that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can enter the.
It's
thing.
all right. So anyway, it's
Enter
loaded
broadcast.
breakfast casserole. Do you have a description here? No.
It's on the yeah, that logo is not supposed to be on there. Wow, Southwest steak salad. No, that is not supposed to be it. I will fix it right now. Okay, it's supposed to be a veggie casserole.
Loaded breakfast casserole. That's what I have here.
Veggie, yeah, veggie loaded brick.
You have a typo?
Best, no, whoops, no you did. Best casserole. There we go.
What about the
Could have
first
sworn
word?
it's-
It's saying that it's a typo. First word.
Oh, because they don't acknowledge lovable, so it's got a red on it.
But because it's you gotta take out the E.
I know, I don't want to take out the
Okay.
E.
Okay. Whatever.
All right,
Put it
so
up there.
there it is.
Is that the right one?
Yes, veggie loaded breakfast.
Sorry guys,
Casserole.
little
sorry.
technical difficulty. Do
Casserole.
we have a picture for that?
Yes, we have a picture, and that's what it is. Look at all that yumminess.
Okay.
Look, there's mushrooms in there.
You know I have something like that
Lima bean.
on a skillet,
Pepper. Yes. Who
Yeah.
does that?
and it had chorizo.
Oh yeah, that was at the Chica's.
At the
Cuban.
not the Cuban. At the Mexican.
Oh, the Mexican restaurant. Yeah.
Try some Mexican
Breakfast.
places because they do breakfast, and
Yes.
I had a skillet thing, and it was loaded like that, like the picture you see.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. So you might want to try that.
Yeah.
So yeah, loaded
Very,
breakfast
very good.
casserole.
I mean,
have
there's like peppers, eggs.
I have the cast iron pan. You know, we could,
Oh yeah, we should try that.
we could try that.
Right? Because it's like eggs underneath, and then you like throw all the stuff on top, and yeah. So this is good. I can do it from here too.
Okay, go ahead.
So veggie casserole.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, what's
that
next?
is
Date night?
Well, guess what?
What happened?
I decided to change date night to
Time for two.
time for two.
Two.
You know why? Because I didn't, sometimes, excuse me, sometimes you can't go on a date night. So if you're going out during the day, it's not date night. It's day. Or if you're like, you get to spend the morning, morning date.
Rewind.
Yeah, like
All right, ready?
date. Yeah.
Ready?
So anyway.
Ready? Rewind.
Okay.
Time for two.
Time for time for two. Okay, anyway. All right. No, we're not trying to be corny. It's just what we do. Okay. So anyway, yes, time for two.
Listen, we're going back to the 80s now, so.
You know what? Be quiet, you. Okay. So this is I suggested
Some
that
people were not even born in the 80s that might be watching our show.
who?
I don't know.
We know everybody who's like basically 40 and over.
Not all over the internet.
No. All right. Un tortillas. Pablo. Woman, that is the picture you had up already. Okay. So anyway,
Yes.
the best thing to do, I think, was going to be
Time for two.
time for two.
Okay.
Stop.
Get to it.
We did this the other day. We were talking about movies that we had seen when we were younger, but there was a particular movie that Sergio hadn't seen and I forgot what movie that was. Do you remember? That I made you, that I had you sit there and I can't remember what the movie was.
The karate one? The fighting? The Chinese movie? Which one?
You didn't see all of the Karate Kid movies?
No.
We're so gonna have to work on that. But anyway.
No, you haven't.
Oh, you know what's a good movie that you did not probably watch?
What?
It's an old movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Thornbirds.
I don't know that one.
Yes, it's called The Thornbirds. It's a book. A lot of the kids in high school, when they do American literature or they have novel classes, I had American literature when I went to high school. It's a class basically where you're reading American novels. And this one book talked about a guy. I don't know if he was. He's not a pirate, but maybe he was. I don't know. He's part of the English thing. And anyway, he lands in Japan. I will said no Cobra Kai for you. He lands in Japan.
Yeah.
The Japanese don't know who he is. And, they're like, he's foreign. And he's like, who are these people? So they go through this whole thing of where they get to know over time who they are. In the meantime, the person who's interceding between the captain and the emperor is this Japanese, oh my gosh. She is a
Queen.
She wears a kimono. She's
Okay. Okay. So
anyway,
take time.
so he
to
falls
watch
in
some
love with
more
her.
movies.
Wait, let me finish.
Okay, come on,
He
girl.
falls in love with her. Hush. He falls in love with her. But in Japan that's not allowed because he's American and she's Japanese, and well, back then they didn't cross. They didn't cross genes like that.
Crisscross? Okay.
So, at one point, so this guy does not like him. But anyway, towards the end, one of them commits harikari, which is, stabbing yourself. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's a really good movie.
Okay, so we're going to watch movies. Time for two.
Time for two
Instead of
is
saying,
watching
watch
old classic movies that maybe one of you missed.
Didn't know or whatever.
Right. Didn't get to watch with the other. And so that's what I was basically
go. That's what she's trying to say.
You know what? You're fired. That's it. He's fired. Trying to shorten my time up.
Well, we're running out of time. We're paying a lot of money for, airspace here.
Paying a lot of time for Facebook Live. Okay.
Our
we're spending a lot of money.
We got all these sponsors waiting for their commercials to come on. I mean, it's taking a lot of their.
Oh, wow. I wish we had that. but okay. He's prophesying, folks.
We're gonna have Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and you know.
Look, Ruthie said
Exxon,
coming to
Mobil.
America. Ruthie, he saw Coming to America.
Ah, yes.
And
yes.
he saw The Color
Good
Purple.
morning, my neighbor. I'm not gonna say the next line because you guys know what it is.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Oh my God. And now they're coming out with Coming America 2.
Two.
We need to go back to America. No, you don't.
Going back to America.
And then of course The Color Purple. Wait.
Where is Hakeem? I love that.
Hakeem is in the bathroom getting a bath.
He's
got
Arsenio Hall when they come and rescue him, and he's like, Your Majesty, he has gone mad. He has gone mad. I'm sorry. Bathe him thoroughly. Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. He loves that part.
You know, he's supposed to be keeping this rated G, not rated R.
Arsenio Hall. And the barbers, the three barbers. There.
Bark like a dog. Woof, woof. Hop on my way.
Turn around.
Ruthie's favorite part. She's your queen to me. A vision of perfection. Okay.
We're
Oh
having too
my
much fun here.
gosh.
So, okay, guys, let's be focused.
Ruthie says The Goonies.
That's a good one. The Goonies is a
And
good
Pablo
one.
says he's all good with the old Star Wars.
You can put
Yes,
the,
bro.
You can put the
Old
comments up
car.
there. Put the comments while you do
Oh.
that. Take the banner off.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh, it already. Yep. See. Okay. And then he says it's on.
Yeah.
The Goonies. Say never die.
Yeah.
And then yes, I'm a Star Wars girl. I done seen them all.
Yeah.
And Star Trek too as well.
Right.
And yes, I have seen the Cobra Kai on Netflix, Pablo. What else? What else would be
Don't
some good
scream
movies?
at Pablo.
Oh, you know what? That's the movie I wanted you to see.
Which one?
The War of the Roses.
Oh,
That's the one we were supposed
Is that
to
the
look
one
for.
they buy that old raggedy house and they fight all the time?
Yes.
That one?
Yes.
The house falls apart and whatever. Is that?
No, that's Money Pit.
Oh, Money Pit.
That's
okay.
Money Pit.
a
That's with
different
Tom
one?
Hanks.
Okay.
No, we're talking about War of the Roses,
Yeah.
which is with Michael Douglas, I
Yeah.
believe, and Sybil Shepherd. And they're kind of like that, except they've already got all the money. They've already got the house.
The Goonies, she said.
Yeah, the Goonies.
Okay.
Should I love Cobra Kai? Yep, we done seen. Me and Alyssa already saw the series, all
Right.
the series. Anyway, so that's what we're saying. You know, like sit there and like write up a list of movies that your partner hasn't seen or that your partner hasn't seen of yours, and movie binge, and just like make some popcorn. Oh, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I make white popcorn at home because I like it. Not because I'm being prejudiced, okay, people?
How come it's gotta be white popcorn?
Because yellow ain't all that great. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Some of us like yellow popcorn.
I swear I'm not being racist. I just like white popcorn because it's smaller. But anyway. Oh yes, when you make the white popcorn, right? You gotta put some black truffle oil on it. The truffle oil is the
Truffle oil.
bomb.
She went to the store.
Yeah.
We were in Winter Park, and she went to the store, and all of a sudden, she's lost in a little store somewhere. Comes back with this little itty bitty bottle of truffle oil. How does she find these things? I have no idea.
Because it was in an olive oil
She just went
manufacturing
in there,
little
somehow
store. They
magically
have all these
found
olive
it.
oils. Right. They have all these olive oils infused with stuff. You have to try some of it. It is really great. They have a store in Winter Park and they have a store in Mount Dora. They're different companies, but they have the same type of fused olive oils, and they're so good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because they have olive oils, they have truffle oils as well. They have white and black truffle oil, and I've used the black truffle oil on some white butter, and it makes it taste so darn good. Who knew
So
to put that
try
on there?
that next time when you're doing this time for two movie time.
Yes, get some.
Or even if it's time for
popcorn.
one, or if it's time for you and your kids, movie time, try it on the popcorn.
Yeah, white popcorn. You can't do yellow because it's got flavoring, butter flavoring on it
Already. So
it's
might
gotta be
change
white.
and alter
Yeah. They might
flavor
alter
a
the
little
flavor.
bit, and
Yep,
you may
yep.
not be happy with it. So
Yeah. Alrighty.
alright guys, so are we good?
Yes. You want me to end it?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Guys, thank you so much
Thank you
for joining us tonight.
again.
We
Back to
appreciate
back.
it. Yep,
Yes,
the
we
back-to-back
love you.
show.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Don't forget, if you can send us a review on the Facebook page, that would be great. The better views we have, the more we're seen. If you've got people that you know that are married and you think they're interested, share the page, like the page, follow us so that you guys are aware of when we're on and it's seen. So, and then also if there's any topics that you guys would like us to discuss, definitely inbox us at backtobackmsb@gmail.com. That information is on our Facebook page. We thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye. God bless you.
Bye.